My sister stood in the marble lobby, hands on her hips, shaking her head. "You live in this?" Her voice echoed off the vaulted ceiling. "I need $50,000 and you can't even afford a real front door?" Behind me, the elevator call button glowed soft gold. She had no idea what it opened into. My mother crossed her arms. "This is sad, honey. Really sad. They thought I was broke. They thought I lived in a closet. They were standing 6 feet from the truth. What would you do if your family mocked the life you built while standing right on top of it? I had the deed in my safe. I had Anton's letters. I had everything. But I wasn't ready to show them yet. Drop your city and the time below. And if you've ever been underestimated, hit that subscribe button. Because what happened next changed everything. Let me back up. I've always been invisible in my family. My sister was the golden child. Straight A's, pageant finalist. Mom's little mirror. I was the quiet one. The one who ate Thanksgiving dinner in my godfather's study while everyone else took photos in the living room. Anton wasn't blood. He was my mom's oldest friend, a real estate developer who'd built half the skyline. He saw something in me. When I was 12, he taught me to read blueprints. By 16, I knew contract law and CAD software. My family thought it was cute. Playing architect with Uncle Anton. They didn't take it seriously. They didn't take me seriously. Anton used to say, "Let them underestimate you. It's the cheapest insurance you'll ever buy." When he passed 2 years ago, I was 29. The funeral was packed. My sister cried for the cameras. I cried in my car, alone. 3 weeks later, his attorney called. Anton had left me something. Something big. A penthouse. 42nd floor. 4,200 square feet. Appraised at $6.8 million. The will was private. I told no one. I moved in quietly. Kept working my design firm. Kept my head down. I saved every letter Anton ever sent me. Every contract. Every amendment to the trust. I'm my godfather's daughter in every way that matters. And I save everything. For 2 years, I lived in peace. Then my sister showed up with a lawyer. And a list. She texted 3 days before she arrived. "We need to talk. Bring Mom." They showed up on a Tuesday morning. I met them in the lobby downstairs. My sister didn't even say hello. "I need $50,000. I blinked. "Excuse me?" "You heard me. The lease business is in trouble. I need cash, now." My mother nodded. "Family helps family, sweetheart." I kept my voice calm. "I don't have 50,000 lying around." My sister laughed. She actually laughed. "Right, because you're doing so well." She gestured at the elevator lobby. "This is where you live? This hallway?" My mother looked around, lips pursed. "Did Anton leave you a studio?" "It's private," I said. "It's a closet," my sister snapped. She pulled out her phone and took a picture of the elevator door. "Wait till I show Aunt Linda. The heiress lives in a broom cupboard." My mother's tone shifted. Sharper now. "If you don't help your sister, we'll have to take action." "What kind of action?" "Legal action. Anton's estate. We'll file a claim. I'm sure a judge will see that you influenced him." There it was. The threat. My sister crossed her arms. "You have 1 week. 50 grand. Or we go to court." They left. I stood in that lobby for 5 minutes. Silent. 1 week. 3 days later, a courier delivered an envelope. Legal petition. Probate court, filed by my sister and my mother. They were contesting Anton's will. Claiming undue influence. Claiming I manipulated a dying man. Their evidence? My modest living conditions. I read it twice. Hands shaking. They cited the lobby. The elevator entrance. They called it inconsistent with a legitimate inheritance. They were betting I'd fold, that the shame would be too much. Within an hour, the filing went public. My phone started buzzing. Aunt Linda, Cousin Mark, people I hadn't spoken to in years. Just settle with them. Don't make this ugly. One of my design clients Googled my name, saw the petition, put the contract on hold. My business partner called. 2 more clients just paused. "You need to make this go away." I sat in my living room, 4,000 square feet of floor-to-ceiling windows, city lights stretching to the horizon. They thought I had nothing. They thought I'd cave. I looked at the safe in my office. Inside, the deed, the trust documents, Anton's letters, and page 9 of the will, the part they'd never seen. I thought about caving. For about 10 seconds, I walked to the safe, unlocked it, pulled the property deed. Let me read you the first line. Penthouse 42. In its entirety, 4,200 square feet. Not a studio, not a hallway. The entire 42nd floor. The elevator lobby they mocked. That's the private entrance. My private entrance. The door they laughed at opens into a foyer bigger than most apartments. Appraised value, $6.8 million. Recorded November 3rd, 2021. Owner of record, my full legal name. They thought I was poor. I let them think it. Anton taught me that. Let them show you who they are before you show them what you have. I photographed the deed. Front page, property description, appraisal. I attached it to an email. Sent it to my attorney. Subject line, counter petition. Full disclosure. He called me 4 minutes later. Are you sure you want to go public with this? They went public first. Fair enough. I'll file tomorrow. I hung up. Poured a glass of water. Looked out at the city. The deed was the appetizer. The will had a clause they were going to hate. My sister's lawyer didn't wait. 2 days later, they filed an emergency motion. Asset freeze. They claimed I was hiding wealth and planning to dissipate the estate. The family group chat exploded. Screenshots leaked to a local Facebook page. Someone titled it, Heiress or Con Artist. A blogger picked it up. 300 shares in an hour. My mother called my firm's biggest client. Left a voicemail. Just thought you should know about the lawsuit. Fraud concerns. My business partner forwarded it to me. This is getting out of control. I didn't reply. That night, my sister texted, You're going to lose everything. Just settle. 60 grand and this goes away. The next morning, my mother called. Sweet voice, syrupy. Sweetheart, we can fix this. 120 and we drop it. You keep your reputation. Everybody wins. $120,000. Double the original ask? I hung up without answering. My attorney called an hour later. The hearing is in 6 days. They're pushing hard. Judge Monroe doesn't like publicity stunts. Good, I said. Good? They wanted a public fight. I'll give them one. I had 2 more documents they hadn't seen. And 6 days to plan. My attorney worked fast. Counter petition filed. 2 attachments. Exhibit A. Trust Amendment 4. Signed 3 months before Anton died. Clause 8, subsection C. Excluded parties. My mother's name. My sister's name. Both listed. Reason given. Repeated financial exploitation and failure to repay loans made in good faith. Exhibit B was worse. A notarized letter. Anton's handwriting. Dated 14 days before he passed. My attorney read it to me over the phone. I leave the penthouse to the one person who loved me, not my wallet. She earned it. They spent it. Attached, bank records. 2019 through 2021. Transfers to my sister. $47,000. Never repaid. Transfers to my mother. Co-signed loans. Default notices. All documented. All notarized. I cried just once. Quiet. He knew. Anton knew the whole time. My attorney's voice was gentle. This changes everything. They can't claim you manipulated him when he explicitly warned against them. File it, I said. It'll be public record. I know. The hearing was in 4 days. I had one more move. Discovery works both ways. My attorney got their financials. Court-ordered disclosure. He called me at 9 p.m. You need to see this. My sister's lease business. The luxury car thing. It wasn't just struggling. It was drowning. $340,000 owed to a commercial lender. Due in 30 days. My mother had co-signed. Both of them were on the hook. Default meant liens, garnishments, bankruptcy. They needed a settlement. Fast. big enough to use as collateral for refinancing. That's why they picked a fight. That's why they went public. They thought I was the soft target, the invisible sibling who'd pay to make it go away. My attorney's voice was quiet. She wasn't being entitled. She was desperate. I know, I said. Does that change anything? I thought about it. Really thought. It explains it. It doesn't excuse it. He waited. They tried to destroy my reputation to save theirs. They lied about Anton in court documents. So what do you want to do? I looked at the city lights. Took a breath. I want to end this. On my terms. Now I knew exactly what to do. I didn't want revenge. I wanted it over. I called my attorney the next morning. Draft a settlement offer. He was quiet. Go on. They dropped the will contest. Sign a mutual NDA. No admission of liability on either side. And in exchange, a one-time grant. $20,000. To my mother, not my sister. That's generous. There's a condition. It goes through a third-party financial counselor. She has to enroll in a debt management program. Proof required. And if they refuse, we go to the hearing. Everything becomes public. The loan, the unpaid transfers, Anton's letter. All of it? My attorney was silent for a beat. You're giving her a way out. I'm giving her a choice. You could bury them. I know, but I'm not them. He drafted it that afternoon. Settlement term sheet. 2 pages. Clean. Acceptance required within 48 hours. Or we proceed to open hearing. I had it delivered by process server. Signed receipt. My sister called 11 minutes later, screaming. I didn't answer. My mother called an hour after that. We're not taking it. See you in court. I hung up, poured coffee. Didn't shake. They made their choice. Hearing day. Probate court. Public docket. I wore a navy suit. No jewelry except Anton's old watch. My sister and mother sat across the aisle. Their attorney looked confident. Judge Monroe took the bench. Gray hair, sharp eyes. This is a petition to set aside a testamentary bequest. Let's hear it. Their attorney stood. 10 minutes of the same argument. Undue influence. Modest lifestyle. Suspicious timing. He finished, sat down. Judge Monroe looked at me. Response? My attorney stood. Calm. Your Honor, we'll let the evidence speak. He hit a button. The courtroom screen lit up. Exhibit A, Trust Amendment 4, dated and notarized. The exclusion clause filled the screen. My mother's face went pale. My attorney read it aloud. Every word. Excluded due to repeated financial exploitation. Judge Monroe leaned forward. Exhibit B, Anton's letter. Handwritten. The judge read it silently first. Then aloud. I leave the penthouse to the one person who loved me, not my wallet. The room was silent. My attorney continued. Exhibit C, bank records. $47,000 in loans. 0 repayment. The transfers scrolled on screen. Dates, amounts, all of it. My sister's attorney started to stand. The judge waved him down. I'm not finished, my attorney said. Exhibit D, security camera stills. The lobby. Time stamped 2 weeks ago. My sister and mother, standing in front of the elevator, laughing, and visible in the frame, a brass plaque on the wall. Private penthouse access, 42nd floor. My attorney's voice was quiet. They mocked an asset they now claim was hidden from them. Which is it, Your Honor? Judge Monroe looked at their attorney. Counsel? He had nothing. The gavel fell. Petition dismissed. With prejudice. Legal fees awarded to respondent. 12-month no-contact order granted. I walked out of that courthouse. Didn't look back. The aftermath was quiet. My sister's business folded 3 weeks later. Bankruptcy filing. Chapter 7. My mother moved in with her. Small apartment across town. I never cashed the legal fee judgment. I didn't need it. The no-contact order did its job. Silence. Finally. My design firm recovered. Clients came back. New ones came in. I didn't talk about the case. I didn't post about it. 6 months later, I did something else. I launched the Anton Foundation, architecture scholarships for first-generation college students, kids who didn't fit the mold, kids who got overlooked. The ribbon cutting was small. 20 people. Anton's photo on an easel. I posted one picture online. Just one. The penthouse living room. Floor-to-ceiling windows. City lights. Caption: in memory of the man who taught me to build. Not just buildings. I didn't mention the lawsuit. I didn't mention my family. A few old friends congratulated me. Most people just moved on. The family group chat stayed silent. I didn't block anyone. I just didn't reach out. Boundaries, not bridges. 1 year later, something arrived in the mail. A card, no return address. 2 words in my mother's handwriting. I'm sorry. I held it for a long time. Then I filed it away. Maybe one day we'll talk. Maybe not, but that day wasn't today. Here's what I learned. Dignity doesn't require an audience. The right inheritance isn't money. It's knowing who you are when no one's watching. Anton didn't leave me a penthouse. He left me the certainty that I'd earned it. My family wanted a payout. They got a boundary instead, and I'm okay with that. So let me ask you, what would you have done? Settled quietly? Gone to court? Forgiven them right away? Drop your answer in the comments. I read everyone. If this story meant something to you, hit subscribe. There's more where this came from. And remember, underestimation is temporary. Character is forever. Oh, and one last thing. This is a fictionalized dramatization, not legal or financial advice. Always consult a professional for your situation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.